Very good morning. A review into Scottish cricket has found it to be institutionally racist and, with some cases, now being referred to the police. The independent investigation was launched after two Scotland players claimed they had suffered racial abuse. The findings of the review, which have been seen by Sky News, are due to be published on Monday. Let's speak to our Scotland correspondent, James Matthews. James, this is just another blow for cricket after it's been trying to recover after the Yorkshire racism scandal.
Yeah, it's certainly a blow for Scottish cricket. The events in Scotland come in the wake of circumstances in Yorkshire, and issues of racism were raised by Majid Haq, Scotland's leading wicket-taker, and Qasim Sheikh, a 27 times capped batsman. They gave interviews to Sky Sports in which they claimed of abuse throughout their careers, saying that they had been treated differently from white colleagues throughout the sport. Now, this review will be published on Monday. I can tell you that we have learned it very much backs up the central claim that was originally made of institutional racism that runs through Cricket Scotland, the sports organising body. One source telling us institutional racism was the claim at the start of this, and that's very much backed up by what investigators have found. Multiple referrals have been made to a variety of organisations about alleged racist behaviour, and it's a police matter too, because one of those referrals, at least one, has been made to Police Scotland with a view to further investigations. So on Monday, the full findings will be made public. There will undoubtedly be consequences for Cricket Scotland, perhaps for their board members. Sport Scotland, the organising body of sport north of the border, has said it wants to see the recommendations enacted in full. But while we wait for those full revelations on Monday, let's speak to one of the cricketers at the centre of this affair in Scotland, Qasim Sheikh, batsman, 27 times capped for your country. Qasim, this started in Scotland with you, with yourself and Majid going public about your experiences within cricket. Tell me about the racism that you experienced.
I think it all started obviously when Azeem Rafiq spoke out south of the border, and then we were asked questions in Scotland of what we felt, and what we felt was, we were always treated differently. You just have to look at kind of the stats quite easily to compare how many minorities have played for the national team. We were lucky to make it to that point, but stumbled and didn't play after speaking out against a coach at the time. So overreaction. Majid sent a tweet in 2015. Sent home from the World Cup, never to play for his country again. I never played again. These type of overreactions suggest to me that we're treated differently because of the colour of our skin compared to white counterparts, which I don't feel they face the same thing.
In terms of participation in cricket, we're at the Edinburgh South Club here at Inch in Edinburgh. There is huge participation among South Asians at this level, but relatively few at the top level.
We had this conversation before we went on, and I said, have a look around. This is just one small cricket club in Scotland, and 90% of the kids here are probably from South Asian or minority backgrounds. It's the same across the country. So yes, why doesn't it add up? At national team level, I'm not suggesting we have quota systems or anything like that, not at all. I just wanted to see equal opportunities, and people from minorities have got a South Asian background in particular. Cricket's in the blood. I would like to see more of them coming through and playing at national team level. There is reasonable representation at junior level, but it's the jump from there to national level that seems that just doesn't add up for me.
And you believe that racism cut your cricket career short?
Yes, I do believe the overreaction. I publicly apologised as well. I did, a journalist was chosen for me to speak to apologise. I did the apology. The article was titled "Sheikh Eats Humble Pie." Did I ever play for my country again? No. So, yes, I do think race was part of that reason.
Tell me about the impact on yourself, your family, your life.
Yeah, playing for Scotland was everything to me. I travelled the world to better myself as a player. Played from the age of 12 for Scotland, all through the age groups. But when I got to national team level, I didn't seem to get comfortable there at any point or feel I had the same opportunities as others. It's affected my mental health. I was definitely going through depression for the 2-3 years after playing. This will probably never leave me. I'm not going to go back in a cricket pitch for Scotland again, so I'll probably be thinking about this for the rest of my days, that I had unfinished business. But coming on 38 now, what's important to me is that the next generation, current generation, are treated fairly and equal opportunities are given.
You've not told us details of what's in this report. That's something we've learned elsewhere. But following publication on Monday, what change do you want to see made?
I want to see more participation from the minorities at board level, administrators, coaches, players. For me, it's top to bottom. Even cricket clubs as well. I feel lack having minorities involved in their boards, etc., and their committees. I'd like to see more people getting involved, and definitely participation, higher numbers is important, very much so.
Who would you blame, or what would you blame? Is it the structure overall, or individuals concerned within Cricket Scotland?
I think a lot of the buck falls with the leaders, boardroom level. These are the people that really need to answer the question. They're the ones that should be setting the right tone in cricket, and that should be filtering through all the way down to grassroots. So yes, I think the board level is where the questions need to be asked.
Great. Well, thanks very much indeed for joining us, Kasim. You're captain of Edinburgh South these days, yeah?
No, I'm player coach, pretty much like captaincy. We've got a big game today and tomorrow against the same team. So yeah, nice to looking for. Hopefully the rain stays off. Your colleague tells me there's going to be some rain in the air.
Well, good luck with that.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much indeed for your time.
Thank you.
Kasim Sheikh, one of the two individuals at the heart of this matter. Cricket Scotland have issued a statement, and I'll read it to you. They have said in response to our reporting, cricket should be a welcoming place for everyone and not somewhere that racism or any form of discrimination takes place. The Cricket Scotland board, they say, is truly sorry to everyone who has experienced racism in cricket in Scotland. They go on to say, we would like to sincerely thank everyone who's been involved in contributing to the review. However, the board is not in a position to comment on the independent review's report, as we will not see it until it's published publicly on Monday. The statement from Cricket Scotland.